You really emphasize the concepts of mattering and belonging as critical antidotes to perfectionism. How do you define these terms, and why do you think they're so essential to counter the negative effects of achievement culture?
So, for the book, I went mostly in search of the kids who were doing well despite the pressure. I wanted to know what they had in common. What was home life like? What did their parents say to them? How did they experience school? What did they see as their place in the wider world? And I found about a dozen threads that these healthy strivers, as I call them in the book, had in common. But it boiled down to this idea that the kids who were doing well, who were able to reset after setbacks and failures, felt like they mattered for who they were at their core. They did not place their worth. They did not allow their worth to rest on their achievements. So when they failed, when they didn't live up to their expectations, instead of spiraling down or turning against themselves, becoming anxious and depressed, or turning to substances to alleviate the pain, they reached out to others. They felt like they were worthy of support. They opened up. One of the things that is so hard about perfectionism is the idea that when you are a perfectionist, you feel like you can't reach out for support because then that is an indictment of your worth. Just that reaching out for support is proving that you are not perfect, that you are not enough. And I often think about this when I was looking at the healthy strivers and also the healthy achievers in my own adult life. And it's not the people who appear shiny and slick on the outside that allow us to connect with each other. I like to think of it visually as a sticky, rough surface. This vulnerability is what allows you to connect with someone else. When you're too slick, you slide off. There's no connection. There's nothing to adhere to. And so what mattering does is it just gives you this kind of unconditional self-worth. And so that is what I saw as the antidote to perfectionism, the belief that you are worthy of support.
Unconditional is the word over there that really speaks to me, because everything in there is what we're essentially lacking, not just for young adults, but then we continue to perpetuate these narratives into our adult life. I think it's time to just relax and shift from a performance-based identity to a value-based identity and really just lean into that